Welcome to another beer review. Dru Bru German style dark lager, located at Snoqualmie Pass, Washington. Dru Bru opened in the fall of 2015. Here is the can. Pretty nice graphics, a mountain in the background, which is kind of the scenery up there. I'm not positive when this beer first came out. I first saw it on their website in late 2018, and then I happened to go to the bottle shop and saw it in cans. I didn't even know it was canned. There's a little snippet on the side here that is the same as on the website. I'll go ahead and read it. A deep amber-colored beer with layered malt flavors of toast, chocolate, and dark caramel. A touch of German-grown hops provide herbal and spicy notes to create this easy drinking beer inspired by a Munich-style Dunkel. That's what I read right there. There's the same story on their website, a little bit longer, but same basic details. I don't see any other information on the website that is not on the can. They aren't really known to give a whole lot of detail on their website. They'll give a quick story, just maybe a paragraph, and that's about it. I'm almost positive this is seasonal only. I've only noticed it before in the winter. The 6-pack of this cost me about $12. It wasn't real cheap. Dru Bru is not known for giving much detail about the recipes. Most likely Pilsner base malt, and then probably a couple of malts on top of that. Pilsner malt is a base malt, and it's known primarily for fermentable sugars. The flavors can be bread, biscuit, dough, cracker, probably a Cara Munich, maybe Munich malt. They say toast, chocolate, dark caramel flavors. Toast could come from a variety of different malts in there, like a Carafa, Cara Munich. There are some bready type malts you can give that. There is a malt called chocolate, but that's actually more of roasted and coffee. They don't say which hops you use, just German grown hops, probably some combination like a Hallertauer or a Tettnanger or a Saaz hop. Typically, theirs are known to be herbal, earthy, spicy, maybe a little fruity, maybe a little bit floral. Lager yeast, which is used in this, bottom fermenting, and will give crisp, clean, bright textures and flavors to a beer. Probably going to be medium, might be full body being it's a winter beer. This is 4.8% alcohol, 28 IBU. Medium brown to mahogany. Rarely is it going to be black. Might show up a video that way. Flavors can be rich and malt forward. May have some dark fruit in it. Plum, raisin, cherry notes, fig, cooked sugars. I'd say the caramel aspects are usually pretty noticeable in them. Roasted perhaps. I would not expect any coffee. For the aroma, I can't always tell, but they may be earthy, herbal, could be a little bit floral in there. This is a lager, so bottom fermenting yeast. Takes longer to brew than ale. Generally, they ferment for about 3 weeks, maybe a month, and then they lager, which means to store, anywhere from another 2 weeks to a month or longer. It is a rich brown mahogany color. If you look down here in the corner, that's about as best as I can get it. It is very cloudy. That's probably from a medium or low flocculating yeast, which means it doesn't clear out when the beer is done fermenting. There are some particles in it, but that's most likely the yeast. Thin head, it's paper now. I had it up to a little bit more, about 1/8 of an inch. Beautiful color, love this. That just rich wood mahogany. Light but apparent dark caramel, rich malty notes. Makes me think of dark cooked sugar or candy treats of some sort. A little bit of cocoa. I'm not getting any fruity notes or any floral, earthy, herbal, none of that. It mostly stays on about the lower half of my mouth, on the back of it. It doesn't go to the top like most of them do. Light coating of some cocoa and caramel. The cocoa and chocolate, a little more noticeable, but it's not punch in the face. Very restrained flavors. I do notice a little bit toasted in there, but it is light. Had they not said it, I wouldn't have guessed. It's just so faint. It tastes about medium body. Now it's going towards the top back of my mouth. The flavors spread out just a little bit. Light brushings of cocoa and caramel. They don't stay around very long, and they just kind of evaporate. Maybe fall off the side. I don't get any residual aftertaste whatsoever. No hot bitterness. There's a little bit of a malty backbone in there, but it's pretty subtle. I don't get any sweetness out of it. There's nothing really from the malts. I'm not noticing any Pilsner malt in there, any of the flavors I thought I might get, the bread, biscuit, dough, cracker. More of a coating, but still in the lower part of my mouth. Soft, gentle caramel, tiny bit toasted back there, and then the malt falls behind that. Subtle cocoa. There's still no dark fruits. There's no coffee notes. As far as the lager characteristics, the crisp, clean, and bright. It's clean, it's not crisp, but it's not bright. It is not spicy at all, not fruity, no citrus at all, earthy notes, herbal, nothing of that sort. I'm not noticing any real German characteristics at this point from the lager yeast. It is not rich and smooth in any way. It's not thin and watery, except, as I said, the flavors are very restrained. I don't think they used a lot of malts in this. The German yeast is not standing out like I thought it might. I don't think there's much character in this beer. Once again, it goes to the back lower half of my mouth. I get immediate hits of some toasted malt, maybe a little bit of roasted in there too. Touch of caramel, just a slight hint of it. Subtle malty backbone down there. Still tastes medium body. Not getting any cocoa or any cooked dark sugars, anything of that. No dark fruits. Cracker, bread, grain, biscuit. There's no candy notes in here at all. It's not sweet. That toasted flavor probably stands out the most out of the can. It's not hoppy at all. It's not thin and watery. There's not a rich mouthfeel either. There's absolutely no richness to this beer. The flavors are still very restrained, soft, subtle. I'm still not getting any of the German lager yeast characteristics I would expect. Crisp, clean and bright. I am only getting clean out of it. Between the can and the glass, I can definitely tell the difference. Out of the can, I had some caramel and cocoa flavors, a little bit of maltiness, and slight toasted. Out of the can, the toasted really stands out, and it's also residual. There are no off flavors in this beer, no diacetyl, no metallic flavors from the can. There wouldn't be any skunking from sunlight because it can't get in here. I don't taste anything cidery, chemical, such as nail polish rubbing alcohol. No band-aids, no fusel alcohols, no astringency, no mouth puckering, teabag DMS, and so forth. Would I buy this again? No, I wouldn't. It just doesn't have those signature German characteristics I look for. The flavors are far too restrained. They're too subtle. Would I recommend it? I would not. I don't think it's very true to the style. It's just too light. It doesn't really represent the style of a German dark lager very well, I don't think. They need a stronger malty profile. I think it's below average. Dru Bru out of Snoqualmie, Washington. German-style dark lager. Any comments, feedback, thoughts, anything you want to talk about with this beer or others, send me a message. That's all for this beer review. Prost! All their stuff, most of their beers are only canned. Let me try that again. I have no idea what, okay. It is primarily going to be used as a, Pilsner malt is primarily a, Jesus. One of these times we get it right. Okay, it only took 5 takes to get that out. All these are just way down here in potency. Is that a word? Why not? Any other dark flavor? Okay, now that doesn't make any damn sense.